Hey guys, and welcome back, or welcome to the channel. And today I'm going to be commentating over the 6-star content creator boss rush challenge. So there's a total of like 5 content creators, I believe. Yeah, 5 content creators in the program. Obviously I know, Yeet, Brian, Dave, Deuce, and then there was Jade, and then there was like this French YouTuber. I don't know them too personally. But yeah, so, I mean, kind of cool. It's basically like a regular boss challenge event, apart from the community pretty much chose what champions and what nodes. But yeah, so I'm just going to start off by commentating, over the fights. Then I do want to go on a little bit of a rant, so definitely watch the whole video if you can. I'm going to be giving tips as well. Just because I'm using like 5 stars in this, it doesn't mean I'm not going to give you tips on what to do with like lower tier champions. So stick around. Anyway, so starting on SpiderMan, pretty straightforward. It doesn't matter what champion you're using. Do not use your special attacks, as that will trigger his evade. You can see here I'm with Gwenpool and I'm not using the special attack. Now I could use the special attack. I actually don't know if I did use the special attack. I don't think I did, but I could really use it. But 1, it would slow the gameplay down, and 2, it could trigger his evade after the SP3. So yeah, you can see I just finished him off. So yeah, that fight was really easy. If you don't have 5 stars and 4 stars, I mean, we're going to talk about the Iceman at the end. Obviously you can't use 3 stars for Iceman because of the cold snap when he's duped. However, in that fight right there, a 3-star Gwenpool, I could have done the exact same job. It just would have took a lot more hits, which is easy to keep a combo with Gwenpool. No pressure. You can just keep baiting the SP1 or stuck in House Spider-Man. The second fight is from Brian, contest champion. And the first fight was obviously from that French YouTuber. What was his name? I apologize. I really don't know his name. I didn't know who he is. But I'll have all the links to the content creators in the description. But yeah, so the second one is from Brian. He definitely, I think, picked the easiest fight. So thank you, BG. Appreciate that. Nice and easy fight against Raccoon. So obviously you don't do any damage apart from the special attacks, and these special attacks have a increased damage, which is really cool. So 4-star Hyperion got him out of the way. But again, even a 3-star Hyperion, it would do the job 100%. I did actually test it out. And yeah, it did the job just fine. Now here is Mephisto. Now this is actually my first run in the boss challenge. I just looked at the nodes, and I knew Deuce was going to pick Mephisto. Almost got screwed when we faced him in war. But yeah, Quake is a great counter. You'll see here what I do. Now I'm not the best at using Quake. I know Dave actually made a whole guide on the 6-star boss challenge, so I'm going to leave that in the description down below. And I'm also going to be talking about his Iceman kind of outrage thing during the Iceman fight. But yeah, so you can see here with Quake, what I'm doing is I'm trying to fight him kind of normal, but I'm also abusing her, hold and then, get the aftershock in. But you'll see here I kind of messed up. Now, I don't know why, but I kind of find holding the screen for a long time a bit tricky, because I'm just not used to holding onto the screen when I'm playing this game. So you'll see maybe in a few seconds, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I could have pretty much finished off the fight really quick, but I just messed up. I think it was here. Yeah, look, it was here. Like, what was I doing? I kept like spamming my screen, so you can see I kept letting go. So in case you were confused there, I don't know what I was doing. But yeah, nevertheless, Mephisto can be really hard. You just need someone to counter him. So obviously, like a Void will be able to counter Mephisto. Even like a Star-Lord, you'll be able to do it as long as you don't hit him while the incineration is up. But I think Void is probably the best option. But I mean, even again, this Quake, it is very doable with a 3-star Quake, 100%. All you have to do is just be careful that you don't get caught out. So what I would do is I would parry and then do the heavy, or heavy when you're backed away if you're using a 3-star Quake. If you are using a 3-star Quake, you just have to remember that you have a lot less health than a 4-star. So you want to be backed away and you don't want to be too, as aggressive. But in this case, I have a 4-star, so I can be aggressive. I can afford to get hit. But you'll see here, Mephisto down to 12%, or Deuce Wolf down to 12%. And yeah, I mean, it's not looking pretty good for Mephisto. Looking pretty good for me. But, the whole 6-star boss challenge thing, I do think it's a cool thing. It definitely is a kind of skill game for the most part. Although I did kind of find most of the champions in here easy. I think the only challenging ones, to be perfectly honest, was Iceman. And I'm gonna have to say Mephisto, because Mephisto, if you don't have the right champions, you can mess up. Like, I didn't have a Incineration immune champion, I didn't have a Void, so if I messed up against Mephisto, I would have died straight away. So I definitely think Mephisto and Iceman is the hardest in this. And I'm only saying Iceman because of the Cold Snap. So you kind of have, you have a window where obviously you have less health. Even if you heal at the start to 100%, you're still going to lose health. So it is going to be a skill-based fight, of course. You know, and you have to just not get hit. And that's what I like about Dave's choice. But we'll be talking about that in the Iceman fight, which is up next after Venom, after this one. But yeah, this one was actually by Yeet. So he chose Ant-Man. And yes, when he chose Ant-Man, I was like, okay, this is going to be a long fight. But then I realized it's the exact same as the node that we saw previously with Brian Grant, apart from obviously Ant-Man's ability makes it harder, you know, less damage output. Now, one thing about this is, if I use my Gwenpool, 100% I would have got this fight down a lot quicker, because of the class advantage and because of the damage she would have inflicted, because she's a rank 4 5-star. So if you have rank 4 5-stars, you can definitely, you know, you don't need Hyperions, but I only brought Hyperion into the fight to show you that you can do it with 4 stars, and a 3-star Hyperion can do the exact same thing, because all you're doing is baiting the SP1, you know, for both Rocket Raccoon and Ant-Man with the exact same nodes. So, you know, of course, the Rocket Raccoon one, you actually gain health when you're using the specials. The Bane node, this one you don't gain health. But at the end of the day, it's Ant-Man. All you have to do is keep swiping back. And even his SP2, it's a piece of cake to evade. His SP2 can be tricky for some players who haven't really countered him, maybe newer players. But just go ahead and practice. One cool thing about this event is you can keep quitting and going in again. So, you know, you don't have to force yourself to use revives necessarily. You know, I would personally advise you to maybe wait until you can solo the first couple bosses maybe, or something like that, and then just keep backing out. You know, that's just what I would do. But yeah, so now the next fight is from Jade. Again, all links will be in the description if you want to check out these content creators, because why not, right? So yeah, she chose a Venom. And I do think Venom is a good pick because it was on the stun immune. So what I wanted to do in this case here is just, you know, not be afraid to take damage. Because I knew I wasn't going to die. I wasn't probably even going to go below 60% health, 50% health in this fight. Until I realized there's a degen. I was like, oh, okay, there's a degen. I didn't even see it on the note. I just rushed straight in. So I guess the degen could be an issue if you have maybe smaller champions. Champions with a lot less health. But again, you know, if you use regen champions, it's not going to be a problem. As you can see, even Magic's Limbo right there, it actually is, sorry, Limbo, it actually gains back health after it finishes. So, you know, kind of a smart pick here. I definitely think if I had like 4-star Magic, you know, it wouldn't be an issue once again. Or even if I had like a Wolverine, you know, it would outrun the kind of degen applied to you, right? So as long as you have a regen champion, you're pretty much good. But yeah, so once we got to this stage, it was a piece of cake. Obviously, I've been intercepting for a while, even though I did quit the game for like several months. Them skills don't go away, so you know, I can easily just intercept in the corner with magic. And that is the end of that fight. So yeah, I honestly think, in my opinion, I definitely think Venom was the most challenging, only because it was a stun immune node, and if I didn't know how to intercept, I would have lost a lot of health, maybe even died. So well done, Jade, that was definitely a good pick. Well done to everyone, well done to, of course, Havoc, Brian, BG giving us the homie hookup with that easy-ass Rocket Raccoon fight. Thank you for that, Brian. Of course, we had then Deuce, then we had Yeet, and then we had Jade, of course. And now we have Diggity Dave Dork Lessons with his Iceman. He's made Iceman songs. You know, this was pretty predictable. He was going to choose Iceman. And yeah, I really enjoyed this fight. You know, for Iceman, you really have to just, in my opinion, bait the SP1. The SP2 is, in my opinion, more challenging to evade than his SP1. As all you have to do for the SP1 is just swipe back, right? But it can be tricky, you know, if you can't intercept, then go and check out Dave's intercepting guide in the, I'll leave that in the description down below. As well as, he actually also did like how to fight Iceman, and he did a whole kind of guide on how to beat the challenge. So I feel like if you've watched my video and his video, you definitely, you know, that's two brains put together. You should have learned, you know, a new thing from either my video or his video. If not, then again, I'll put his intercepting video in the description down below. And so if you're impressed by these intercepts, you know, if you go over to Dave's video, like I said, you will learn these intercepts. Simple as that, guys. So instead of maybe giving him hate, maybe watch his ninja series or something and get good at the game before you start spamming his comment section and unsubbing him because you can't beat Iceman. But anyway, guys, so yeah, this is a nice little gameplay of Iceman right here, and I do kind of understand why people's getting annoyed because maybe they have, say, people with 3 stars, they can't compete in this. But really and truly, if you have 3 stars, one, you shouldn't even be able to get 5-star shards. You should be focused on getting 4 stars. And let's say you have 4 stars, but you don't have rank 5 4 stars. Yeah, it's going to be challenging for you, but you know, you can still do it with items. And in my opinion, if you use items and if you spend your units, it's still going to be worth it, you know, because you get really good rewards. You get 1,000 5-star shards, 10 5-star signature stones, a 4-star crystal, not only a 4-star crystal, but a 4-star crystal that pretty much guarantees a god tier champion. You have the likes of Mephisto in there, stock enhanced SpiderMan, insane champions, a very insane drop rate, and you'll see who I pulled at the end of the video as well, a pretty good pull. So let's say worst case scenario, let's say you're really not good at the game, let's say you use 1,500 to 2,000 units, okay? It's honestly still not that bad. I mean, if an offer came up, right, for 2,000 units, and you got 1,000 5-star shards, 10 5-star signature stones, a 4-star crystal, you know, and some extra 4-star 6 stones, I guarantee the majority of even players at my level would buy it because it's a good deal. You get 5-star 6 stones, a 4-star crystal for maybe like a stock enhanced Spider-Man if you don't have him, and you also obviously get the 5-star shards and 6 stones. So if you're one of those people who's using a lot of items, it's not the end of the world. And guys, it's just a game. It's just a game, you know. There's no need to get upset because you can't beat a certain champion. You know, there's still a lot of time to practice. You can duel Iceman. Heck, you can duel Dave's Iceman if Dave still has his Iceman up on his profile picture. I'm pretty sure he does. But yeah, so we get a Mephisto here, very nice pull. Just kind of proves that this crystal is very good. So once again, if you're one of those people spending units, don't worry because the rewards are going to be worth it. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. If you enjoyed the gameplay, if you enjoyed the video, please do slap me a nice juicy like on the video. Be sure to comment down below as well. And I kind of apologize if this commentary is all over the place. I haven't had sleep in a long while. So if I'm kind of like, you know, seeming a bit weird in this commentary, it's because I haven't had sleep and I need to go sleep after this video. But yeah, guys, also be sure to turn on post notifications because so you can be alerted when I upload. And until next time, I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Peace.